moment. Your names or images are always perfectly anonymous, and I just posted on my YouTube page in case you need a Sunday sacred self-care class on Thursday, for example. Wiggle your legs out a couple of times. Swallow once, circle your jaw around. Good, and bring your attention to your breathing. Just the inflow and the outflow. You don't need to make it special or spiritual or anything. Now, perhaps think to yourself, if we're going to think anything, just this very gentle thought of what brings you to class today. There must have been an intention or a prayer or a motive or an objective for showing up. And it's a good thing to identify your intention, what it is you'd like from class. You need some peace, some love, some comfort, some wisdom, some insight. What's your prayer? Good. Now, with that prayer in mind, big, deep inhale and exhale, and just release it, let it go. Trust the answer is on the way. Because if you ask, you shall receive. That's the most powerful spiritual principle, or certainly tied for first. What you look for, you find. Good. Now let's move our breathings deeper into our belly. Make a meditation out of the rise and the fall of your belly button. If you'd like, you can put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and feel the hand on your belly move a little more than the hand over your heart, just for a moment. Good. About 2, 3 more minutes of this. Welcome if you just stopped in. Now let's feel whatever we're feeling right now. no matter what it is, just the honest observation and acceptance of what our feeling is right now. And that always correlates to our breathing. The two are one. Breathing and feeling are two sides of the same coin. Good. Now, the great prayer of acceptance. I accept exactly who I am, where I am, what I'm feeling, and my experience right here, right now. And the great paradox is, of course, that by accepting, we can move forward. Good. Biggest, deepest inhale you got. Big, deep inhale. Exhale, let it all go. We are calm and empty souls. Okay, it's 11:11, and that always means that we're all one. So gentle wiggling of your fingers and toes, circulate some feel good, some feel God through yourself. Good, then arms up to the ceiling. Give yourself a gentle stretch up over your head. Not an aggressive one, just a Sunday stretch. Maybe writhe around a little bit. And if you'd like to put a goofy grin on your face, I think that would be wonderful. Good. Then draw your knees in and just roll around a little bit on your back. Get some circulation into your back. Get back to where you once belong. Other way, if you've been circling one way. Okay, and gently help yourself up, and we'll move through a delightful sequence of restorative and regenerative movements. Hey, happy Sunday. Great to see my friends. Thought I'd wear bumblebee colors today, black and yellow, just to add some spice. So happy December 18th. All we have to do is make it through December, you guys, and then big brand new year coming, but sure is nice to have you on board. Obviously, we're not here next Sunday. That's Christmas Day. We will be here on New Year's Day. So mark it on your calendar, January 1st, Sunday, that we'll have a start the year. We'll do some intention work, and it'll be a big day. So just a little accounting work there. Close your eyes. So this whole class is about not achieving anything, not going anywhere, not doing anything, not rising, but just being right here, right now. And if we just let go of resistance and struggle and effort, we will naturally rise up and naturally find lift. Feel the breath at the tip of your nose and reduce our overly complicated existence down to the feeling of the breath moving in and out at the tip of your nose. Our mortal human minds live compressed into time and space like a vice or a very tight little box. But our eternal self lives beyond, outside of space and time, and yet we barely know that. But we can practice it and cultivate it and find release in any moment that we're willing to find it. Good. Now, if you have a big problem in your life, a big pressing dilemma or concern, sometimes that's the case, of course. We all have our turn in the barrel. If you're going through that, whatever that is, just a willingness to let go of it, to surrender it, to turn it over, so to speak, let it go. Up above crappy weather, there's always perfect weather, perfect sunshine, perfect stillness, perfect peace. Let's rise up there for a few moments above the clouds and the fog. In today's little prayer or affirmation or invocation or intention, God, love, source, being, infinite, higher organizing presence, IHOP for short. Thank you for all the prayers that have been answered. Thank you for the continual answer of prayers. And thank you for all the answered prayers coming my way. Amen. Namaste. Okay, little shoulders. Maybe you got some frozen shoulders because it's in the 30 degrees. So take your shoulders around. We'll do some joint juice together. 4, nice turnout of excellent friends. Remember, 2 or more are gathered, so you can literally expect a miracle. 7, 8, other way. 1. I like to warm my kneecaps up a little bit. 2, 3, 4. The house I live in, the heater's been broken for 2 weeks. It's 49 degrees in the rooms that don't have a space heater, but a new furnace tomorrow. Yay. 8. Good job. Inhale up for new stuff. Arms out, arms forward, pull in, brush, come around to the front. Some rhythmic sequential movements done in a coordinated fashion with your friends. Pull in, brush, around to the front one more time. Good. And then bring your hands into your side. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Feel a soft little vibrational tingling in the center of your palms. That's cultivating the sense of abundance, prosperity, open hands, open heart. Good. Now push your hands forward, go out wide, turn your hands inside out, go back here, and a gentle brush as you come forward. Broaden out, circle back, brush on the way forward. And then you find a nice rhythm and your own timing. Go back and brush. And one more for good measure. Circle back, unstick those shoulders, push forward, inhale up, and release out. Good. Once again, hands on your knees, stack your spine up. Now chin level, close your eyes. Now we're going to chant Om together. And as always, we gently extend the sound of Om a little longer to exercise that breath capacity. Inhale. Inhale if you haven't already. And a relaxed exhale. Now, with your eyes closed inside of yourself, say, I am a calm and peaceful soul. Even when I'm not, I am a calm and peaceful soul. Let the jumpiness of the mind settle. Pretty boring class so far, huh? Tedious. Waiting for Godot, you know? Okay, big inhale together, breathing the same freezing cold, foggy breath. Exhale, and we'll do a gentle halfway forward fold. Today's not the who's the bendiest in the class. This is just the halfway in, which means you're halfway out. Relax your shoulders. Feel your spine grow longer. Relax your chin down a little. And our breath work will be ujjayi, that soft, whispery, throaty seashell sound at the back of your throat. We're not trying to think more or better thoughts. We're letting the momentum of thoughts slow down imagine a big old merry-go-round at the county fair, spinning and loud noise and screaming children and up and down, and then you just pull the plug on it. And it still has some momentum, but it slows down. And all the kids who represent all of our thoughts, the screaming thoughts, they're bored, they go wandering off. You clean the vomit off of the horses, and some peace and quiet finally. Good. Now from fingertips, inhale, long spine, look forward. Exhale, dive into the brilliance of your inner world for a few more moments. If you start to get too happy, that's okay. That's called, you're finding your inner body called Anandamaya Kosha. It's the bliss body. It's always there. It's just drowned out by bouncing horses. Now, all of spiritual wisdom can be encapsulated in Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. At any time, she could have clicked her heels together and gone home, but she had a concussion, right? She was in a tornado and she was concussed. So there were bad dreams and flying monkeys and poppy fields and weird stuff, bad witches. At any moment, she could have withdrawn. Okay, come on up, kids. Oof. But she needed the good witch, right? The good witch from the north, of course. Notice the bad witch came from the west. Okay, pull back on your hip flesh a little bit. Come on down, halfway. Half measures availed you something. Now hunch your shoulders way up by your ears because you was doing it anyway. Relax your shoulders. Now, if you have yoga block, I bet you do, you could put one here, rest your elbows, put prayer hands on your forehead, and let's be still. Humans will do a lot of things together. God only knows, right? But the one thing they generally will not do together is be still. Be still and know. Okay, come on up. I was getting too ecstatic in that pose, so I guess I better distract myself and do something else. Just kidding. Switch across your legs. What a good turnout of wonderful friends today. Great to see you all. All right. You ready to continue doing nothing? Me too. Inhale up. Exhale out. Arms out for big hugs. It's December. You got to hug your friends. Open your hands up. Pull back ever so little. Not so much that your shoulders tear off. That would be contraindicated. Pull back a little further. Good, then arms behind your back, now that they're back there. And we're going to light up our chakras up to the top. Poof. Now remember, your spinal cord is your antenna to God, and if it's all jammed up and kinked, reception is suboptimal. Poof. But if your spines are open and the energy's running up and down, yeah, baby, up your back, behind your neck. Poof. Uno más, por favor. Poof. Okay, lace your paws, thumbs up, and draw your thumbs down the side of your neck, soothing, calming, soft, smoothing, self-caring. You didn't hear the word self-care like 50, 60, 80 years ago. There weren't a lot of people during the Depression saying, we need to practice some self-care. Thus, they remain depressed and poor. But nowadays, we know how to go to the well and get some wellness. Two more. Ma and Pa Kettle weren't frequently practicing self-care with their starving children. Good. Now take your thumbs underneath the corner of your jaw, dig in. And now this is the deal. Relax your face into your warm octopus hands and massage your thumbs underneath the corner of your jaw. Ooh, so good. Wasn't that a crappy name for a time period of human history? The Depression. No wonder it wasn't good. Good. Now hold steady pressure underneath your jawbones with your thumbs. Relax your face. Close your eyes. Enter into the closet. Shut the door. And as Lawrence Welk used to say, wonderful, wonderful. Take your hands out. God, do you remember that on Saturday night, the Lawrence Welk show? Jesus, I'm dating myself. Tilt your head to the right. Drop your chin. Close your eyes. It's pretty much that or Love Boat. Oh, just let the side of your neck relax. The left shoulder releases. It's nice to do the kind of yoga that's not cartwheels and backflips sometimes. I'm a big fan of that, but the slow, patient, taking time. Okay, and then bring the pumpkin back up. Left finger's back right corner. Tilt the control center, the imagined control center, over to the left. Drop your chin. Relax your mouth. If you drool, it's okay. Oh, my neck just went back. Lose your marbles. Now consider the affirmation. Everything is always working out for me. Now, that's a modern derivation of a spiritual saying. Everything works together for good for those who love good or God. The meaning is the same. Everything is always working out for me, for everyone. Contrary to appearances, of course. Okay, click your head back up. Haven't you noticed sometimes when the worst thing is happening and it ends up being the best thing? Don't you hate that? Drop your chin, take your head around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop your head down, close your eyes, feel your inner world. Now I'm going to challenge you a little bit. I'm going to poke you with a stick, and I'm going to challenge you to use your imagination, your inner eye, and visualize a beautiful future scenario that you would like. In other words, be an artist and paint a picture or an image or a feeling of something fun, interesting, fascinating, exhilarating, beautiful. Pretend you're a Hollywood producer. You have the best costume designers, the best screenwriters, the best set directors. You got a key grip. Make sure you're wearing something beautiful. There's beautiful music. There's great other actors. Our imagination is our greatest faculty and tragically underused by most. Good, now breathe like you're in that scene. How would you breathe if you were doing that wonderful thing with those wonderful people? I bet you breathe deeper and more full. Good, wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate that pre-feeling of ecstatic joyfulness through your body. What the hell is he talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Good. Now to send the prayer to God, lean back on your hands and blast your prayer intention up to God. Stretch your spine, lift up. I love that great good is coming my way. You think and say and feel and stretch. And come on down. Good. All right. Switch the cross. Lean back on your hands, drop your chin, cave your chest. This is pushing the trampoline down. And then take the bounce. Lift your buns, champagne bottoms, caviar rears, lift and stretch up. And exhale and come on down. Good job. You've just remarkably changed your future for the better. That's what happens when you use your imagination. Okay, palms out, palms up. Touch your elbows together. Now widen your hands for comfort. Lean into your palms. It's Palm Sunday. So back and forth on your palms. We'll go through all the palms together. The 23rd palm. The Lord is my shepherd. No, wait, that's a psalm. You got stiff, crabby little hooves on the end of your hands. Good, now hold perf still. Drop your chin. Be still and know. The corollary is be not still and not know. That's some good grammar there. Then we learn patience by staying in the pose without compulsively grabbing for the next experience, the next potato chip, the next email, the next YouTube, the next. Something happens at 40 seconds that doesn't happen in 2 seconds. Relax your head down. The back of your neck needs a good kitty. Okay, that feels about right. Your hands are permanently bent. Sorry. So we'll fix it. Legs out. Behind your back. Draw the paws up. Put the back of your wrists in your armpits, elbows inside your knees. And then please squeeze your knees. Drop your chin. Be an egg. Be an agnostic. Some of you can squeeze your elbows together. Some of you can't. And to that I say, thank you, God, for making us different. Find a pleasing amount of sensation. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. Good. And feet's together, knees get to release. My hands are stuck. Good. Poultry in motion. Poultry in motion. Oh, listen to those scapula crunch. Other way. Okay, my hands are just about ready to revolt, so we better roll them out, huh? I don't want no stinking rheumatism. I don't want anything that ends in ISM. Other way. Okay, shake them mitts out. Now we might say, get thee hence, Satan, but maybe that's not your language. You might say, go away, negativity. You might say, get off me, gunky stuff, stinking thinking. I'll shake it off this way. Sometimes you just got to shake it off, you got to get up and shake it off. And then when you do that, you can wave hello to your exceedingly bright future. It's kind of slowing down around here. And then you get a little faster. And then raster, faster, master blaster. And then you go so fast, you can't even see your hands no more. That kind of hurts. So you cup your hands at your heart, you drop your chin, and you say to yourself, damn it, I am a calm and peaceful soul. Peace is a practice. People that don't practice peace are crappy at it. Too bad for them. You just don't get very good at things that you don't practice. Okay, now make yoga fists in case you need to get spiritual and break up some fights today. You never know. Gets nasty at Whole Foods this time of year. Okay, now plant your hands and your feet. You're on your fists. If it's too much on your wrists, then desists. Bottoms up. Otherwise persists. Lift your butt up into the mists. And come on down. Feet together. Good. Now take these knees that are right here, yours, and squeeze them together. And pull your heels as close to your bottom as you can. That may not be very far in. Some people are very foldy, some people not so much. Grab your knees. Once you get a grip, you can re-grip a couple of times. And then you can grow your spine tall. Drop your eyelids, also known as closing your eyes. Drop your shoulders is what I meant to say. Do you ever try to say two things at the same time and gobbledygook comes out? That's okay. Close your eyes and be unusually, if not happy, at least content and peaceful for no reason. There's so many good reasons to not be content and peaceful, but drop that away, rise above it. Tis the season to be squeezing and be happy for no reason. It's the weirdest class, this Sunday Sacred Self-Care class. You just tap into the wellspring of well-being and you don't need no justification. No one's permission other than your own. Okay, now, I presume you have a yoga block, yes? One or two, I presume. So watch for just a second. I'm going to lay on my back. I'm going to press into my feet, and the equal and opposite reaction will be my hips lifting. And I'm just going to put a satisfying block underneath my sacrum. Sacrum is the triangle-shaped bone at the end of your spine. It's called sacrum because it's sacred down there. Same root word as sacrament and Sacramento and sacrum and sacral and blah, blah, blah. And we're just going to do supported bridge pose, okay? If you don't have a block, use a rock. If you don't have a rock, I think you get the point. Now, why do we love this pose so much? Well, let us count the ways. It's a spinal stretch. It gets our hips above our heart. It's usually the other way around. So now it reverses the course of circulation. We like it because it's not, we can be patient. And it also stretches the back of our neck just by, in the most passive way. Don't turn your head in this pose. In a moment, we'll do a couple of options, but how about just this? Your feet are hip distance apart. So are your knees. Your back is really nicely supported because the block is underneath your sacrum, not underneath your kidneys. Your guts can relax. Three more breathings. Okay, now I'm going to mess with you. Just stay in this pose. Everything stays the same, but you just kind of bring your knees in so your knees point up to the ceiling. This is optional, of course. And then you just take your legs up. And this is called Viparita Karani. Now, ideally, the legs just kind of stay still as they're pointed up. Now, maybe this is sort of painful for you. If it is, boy, do you need to do some more yoga. But that not being said, you could always bring your legs down. But there's a certain facility and strength and capacity that's gained by being able to stick your legs up to the sky. To this guy, THISGUY. Take your legs up to this guy. This guy's the limit. After a while, you just say, screw it, and bring your legs down, but otherwise your legs stay up. What does this pose build? Resentments against the teacher. About 3 more breathings. Part of the brilliance of this pose is you get to decide how much you want rather than being codependent and just doing something because somebody else said that you should. Not that any of us suffer from that. Ha ha. Sunday funny stuff. Quit being funny, irritating yoga teacher. Good. Now we're going to widen our legs out to the side in human protractor pose. It's not better, it's just different. Circle your ankles around. 1, 2. I'm going to play the piano with my feet. People can do that. Other way. 2. I'm learning to play the piano, and I thought I was making progress, and I went on YouTube, and there was a dog that can play the piano better than I can. 3, 4. Good. Squeeze your ruined legs back together. Bend thy knees and bring thy feet units down to the earth. And let that dent assimilate out of your, dissipate out of your body. It's good to have your feet back on the ground, isn't it? Fall asleep if you need to. Good. Now, same pose. If you can tolerate it, bring your feet together and just let your knees butterfly out to the side. This is called gutted sturgeon pose. Now, as a super advanced yogi, I can read minds, and some of you are thinking, this class sucks today. This one hurts. But some of you are saying, thank goodness we get to do some skilled movements together. Good. One more from this unusual position. Just stretch your legs out as far as they go. And then try to put your feet flat on the floor, extended way out. Woo! It's good for you. It's good for me. It's good for we. Now cross one ankle over the other one, way out there. Now your hip flexors are cheering. Your buns are relaxing. Your lower back is unseizing. Season's greetings. It's a cool pose. It goes deep into your depth. Switch the cross of your anklets way out there. Feel how this radiates all the way up into your tight lower back. And if you just accept and breathe and allow, everything will work out for you. Good. Now, slide your feety pies back in, back to just feet flat. Good. Now, just cross your left knee over your right knee. And if you're a freak of nature, put your left ankle behind your right ankle. Not many peeps can do that, but if you're one of those peeps, then represent. Now, press into your right foot and just barely lift your bum up off of the block. Ooh, that's a good stretch. Nobody ever does this. Good. Now bring bum down. Uncross your legs. Bring your right knee up over your left knee. And you freaks of nature, put your right ankle underneath your left ankle. If you don't like this part of class, just get some kettle corn and watch. Make fun of people. Maybe send some annoying chats. Annoying chats for cats. Good. Now push into your left foot and lift bummage off of blockage. Woo! It feels so good. Now bring booty down, uncross your knees. Now lift your bunnage up just enough to get that hideous block out from underneath your booty. Bring your bum down, feet together, widen your knees, grab your elbows, bring your elbows up over your head. And now we will be pizza dough. Will be pizza dough, just laid out flat on the floor. If you need blocks underneath your knees because it feels like your groins are going to tear, that's okay. Good. And this is called no more opposing gravity pose. You're just surrendering. Big bones are releasing. Internal organs are softening. Intestines are dropping. Jaws disengaging, dislocating. What's the key to expensive yoga real estate? Dislocation, dislocation, dislocation. Ask any real estate agent. Okay, now we've got to get out of this predicament, which takes some degree of engagement. So get up. That's a good instruction. Come on out, kitty cats. Ooh. How you come out of a pose is as important as getting into it. Good. Most of you made it back. This is when I take roll. Hey, everybody's still in class. Excellent. Okay. Stretch your legs out. And show me your feet. This is where the elite meet to show off their cute little pink feet. Pull back on your hiney a little bit, left and right hiney. And stretch out. Dhanasana, pose dedicated to the yoga sage Don Knotts. Sit up really tall. Knuckles on your head for cooling off shoulders. Slight bend of your knees. Press your inner ankle bones together. Lean forward for the exciting part of the movie. That's your life. It's just a movie, you guys. We're but actors on a stage. Inhale. On exhale, push sky up, push feet forward. This guy is the limit. That guy is the limit. Stretch up really tall and arms down. Good. Now, cleverly keep your left foot out in front. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Hold your left shin under. You might be tight as a boiled owl, and when your left shin folds under, your right knee comes up. But it's okay. Through the principle of erosion, your right knee will drop over time. If you do it over time. Now, kids, we need to talk. Can we just talk? Joan Rivers, can we just talk? This is the pose that you do if you're ever feeling restless, irritable, or discontent. Now, I personally have never felt that way, but I know people who have. And this is the pose. If you just build this asana, this seat, close your eyes, chin level, place the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth, and simply commit your soul to being calm and peaceful. Sooner or later, as a soul, you need to draw a line in the sand and say, yes, Maybe I have been restless and irritable. Maybe I was trained into anxiety and worry by my parents or crazy people, but I'm going to put an end to that generational curse. And I commit to becoming a calm and peaceful soul. And where I used to get flustered or nervous, I simply am going to practice peace. Amen. Do it now. Maybe your parents weren't paragons of calm and serenity. But they did the best they could. Good now. Very good. Good job. I'm proud of the way that you found your inner sanctum. Arms out. Good. Now close your eyes and imagine yourself being Kate Winslet on the Titanic, and you're just being pushed forward toward the new world, and you're invigorated, and the crisp, clean air is blowing through your hair, and you're just excited about the future. She did make it to America. It just there was some trouble along the way. Good. Now right arm under, fold them up, kids. Ups and downs and lefts and rights to get those painful patterns of perception out of us. Left and right. Good. Now elbows all the way to the right. Face all the way to the left. Drop your chin. Be the Madonna. That perfect expression of peace, the peace that passes all understanding. It's the only kind of peace that's really worthwhile, the kind of peace that's based on everything going just right. That's not peace, that's control. Good. Now bring thy arms back to thy center. Release them. Yay. Oh, it feels good. Let them go. They go flinging up. They're buoyant on their own natural buoyancy. They're filled with helium. Grab your elbows. Reframe your life. The larger picture always brings context and understanding to smaller pictures. Good. Now arms down. Now you're not getting out of this class without some fresh new vision. So take your thumbnails underneath your big toe metatarsal, measure into that spicy spot. Massage it. What did I say? Massage into that spicy spot. Good. Now push in with steady pressure with a little thumbnail. Relax your shoulders. Drop your chin. With your eyes closed, look up into your third eye. Just a slightly cross-eyed, looking up and in, and look up into that vast third eye space. Stop breathing for a sec. Did he really say that? Okay, start breathing again. Good. Now extract thumbs from bloody feet. Inhale up, kids. Oh, part Red Seas. Oh, escape Egypt. Oh, here Here comes Pharaoh. Drop your chin, close your eyes. Now, silent prayer, the kind of contemplative prayer that is simply silence. We don't need to reach out into the world and grab the stuff we want, simply become spacious and connected, and it falls into your life. Haven't the best things in your life always just fallen in through amazing grace? Of course they have. Beautiful. So good, you guys. Okay, one more side, and then we'll do juicy restorative pose for the rest of Sunday. Yay. Stand your righty leg out. Grab lefty unit, puts it over the top. Fold righty shin in. The reason this pose is so wonderful, there are many, let us count the ways, but one is it facilitates the energy that roots and comes down through our head and spreads down into the earth. Yogis have a name for that vayu or river of energy. It's called apana, A-P-A-N-A. If you ever forget it, you might think, once upon a time, I was a calm and peaceful soul. Arms out. Close your eyes. It's good to have your head in the clouds, but we need to be rooted, grounded, stable, firm. Otherwise, we're just little bark boats pushed around the river. Pull back. Left arm under this time. This pose is very disarming. Up and down with your elbows. Get out gunk and junk that hides in your neck, back, and shoulders. As confronting as this movement is for some, think if you never did it at all. Now elbows left, chest left, face right, chin drops, and wear the perfect expression of the mother. Being a mother is a terrifying thing, I've heard, and you have to send your kids out into the world and you have to let them go with perfect peace and equanimity, but you're always radiating perfect love and unconditional wisdom and compassion to them. And you got to let them make their mistakes. Or you could buy a drone and wrap them in bubble wrap. The compassion of letting people live their own lives. Back to the center. Release angel wings, filled with feathers now. Whoosh, your feathery arms say. Grab your elbows the weird way. Reframe your existence left and right. You could take a bad painting and put it on a huge canvas and paint something beautiful around it. And then you'd think, wow, it fits right in, doesn't it? Good, now bring your arms down. He said, never having painted anything in his entire life. Good, now thumbs, middle, center, bottom of feet. Massage into heart, lung center. Now we do this with a willingness to forgive anyone and everyone, especially ourselves. Do you ever beat yourself up? Do you ever endlessly criticize yourself for some mistake? Do you ever commit yourself to eternal damnation for a finite transgression? Stop it. Okay, push your thumb into your foot. Close your eyes. Now, feeling this feels in your feet, we're going to chant Om together one more time. Big inhale. Eyes are closed. Feel grace and mercy descend upon you. The dove alights. Okay, and then pluck thumbs out of feet. And this is where the elite meet to get off their seat and be complete and lie on their back in greasy, luscious shavasana for 5 minutes with blankets, bolsters, and chloroform soaked eye pillows. And I'll hold space for you. Here I am holding space for 5 minutes for y'all. And this is the most important part of practice. I zip it and 5 minutes to assimilate and integrate and download and unpack the light that has been sent to you. Delight. Last thing I'll say for 5 minutes, wiggle your legs, lift your left and right bun and get any dents out of your bottom. Same with your left and right shoulder blades. Palms up, swallow, circle your jaw around, relax your nose, eyes roll back, brain releases, and off you go. All right, remain in the pose, relax even more. Here's that Sunday thing we do, if you'd like, and you can invite God, love, source, spirit, infinite, higher organizing presence into you, your life, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. God's very polite. She won't intrude without an invitation, but boy, will she help if we do. All you got to do is crack the door of your heart open and say, come on in. And we can always open that door a little more. Now, if you prayed that little prayer with me, wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate extra super feel God through yourself. Wisdom, love, light, truth, beauty, inspiration, guidance, soothing, calm, fun, gratitude. Good. When you're ready, curl onto your right side. Take your time. It's your time. You can take it. And while you're curled up, love all over yourself. And then keep your eyes closed when we sit up to keep that smooth, calm, peaceful inner feeling on the inside. And we sit back up together. We reassemble ourselves. Can you not feel it with your eyes closed, that sense of cosmic or conscious or vibrational connection? You go deep into you, I go deep into me. We come to the same place together. That's a nice thing to remember, isn't it? Hands to the heart, chin drops. In connection, we all say, Namaste, Namasunday. All right.